And I'm just roughly saying what it was. She was talking about how Cardi B is built like an ant. She talked about how Cardi B is supposed to be the pretty one, but keep changing her faces. Cardi B talking about she setting the pace, but she flopping. She talked about how, yeah, she's light skinned, but I'm really black. So Ice Spice did not spare any punches when dissing Cardi B.
Cardiac and Nicki just united against Ice Spice and revealed her as a serpent there. Reports about both of them ice playing Nicki and Cardi so she could use both of them for her to advance in her profession, but that was only confirmed by Ice. Convinced Nicki to enter the Cards camp without, not to mention that Ice was seen not to. Long time for disparaging Nicki in public. They had various disputes behind her back, in the background as if none of this was. Even worse, rumors are circulating that Ice was among the several side parts Offset had on quick dial each time he was in the move will deceive both Card and Card. Apparently learned about this in actuality. Cardi posted many tweets about Dragon Ice for dirt in light of these claims. Rising little one, Ice Spice really be experimenting with flames to remain current for the record that won't be released soon. Speaking of which, this whole crap fell after the well-known wig manufacturer Bella launched an Instagram campaign to reveal Ice Spice's non-payment. More than 20 wigs that she manufactured to order, particularly for Ice Spice's tour. According to the wig manufacturer, Ice and her team had hired her to produce 20 wigs made just for the trip, but Ice abruptly canceled when the wigs weren't completed and prepared for shipment. Still not willing to pay for it, even after. Even worse, Ice wanted these damn wigs. In the midst of the wig maker, Grace, revealing Ice's criminal activity and attempting to yank her away, she also leaked the tea about how the Ice delivered her several images of Nicki's former appearances and wigs. Her ability to replicate Ice was essentially copying and pasting the copies of the ways that Nicki has changed throughout the years. Said, "You really let me down when you requested that I provide the tour modules for $20K in free wigs without any promotion at all. When have you ever seen me do this before? Thank you for enabling us to create everything. I'm going to buy these Nicki Minaj wigs. Don't post the remaining portions of the screenshot stating that this is meant to be. Diana, princess nonetheless, it's really always. Oh my, Queenona, but the Bella brand wasn't finished with Ice yet. She, bringing her kid on a work trip, she posted insane screen grabs of her text conversations with Ice, whereby Ice texted her pictures of Nicki, who dates back to 2010. Also a few images of Nicki from this year, requesting that the wig manufacturer build something identical. Likeness of such wigs, for instance, in the Ice sent various SS messages requesting some, when the wig manufacturer advised her to cut her bangs. If she want that it seemed to be the one. She was in her mood in the song video. Nevertheless, I sent a picture of Nicki instead. Sporting bangs from a couple days before. She said, no, Nicki, the same thick bangs. Has the even craziest item on tour. Individuals have been charging Ice with for a long now, imitating Nicki and even attempting to mimic her rap style, but Ice and her team has been adamant throughout that she wasn't imitating Nicki, for instance. Several weeks before, she was charged with appropriating Nicki Flow's song, Fat Butt, and Sly in Nicki's 2012 ensemble Isis. Stylists emerged and immediately began to lie. Her lips that she didn't find motivating Nicki and the fact that it really wasn't speaking about Princess Diana. She said that it's all about Nicki. This was a Diana princess recreation, alternatively put, she, and calls from the general public, but not since she began rapping. Upon closer inspection, the wig manufacturer posted Ice using Nicki's picture from 2012 when the wig manufacturer was questioned by her to make that wig, proving that she was imitating Nicki, but her hairdresser dragged the dead and dishonestly lied. Princess, who understood it well, entered it. Ice's love board doesn't include Princess Diana. Oh my, this problem was just getting worse. Began since at that time that Ice was being pulled to the left and appropriate for this problem she had with Nicki. Together with Cardi B and all of you, already aware of how cardiac arrest occurs, wasn't using any ice at all to play with, and conversely, Card's beef was a little surprising because Ice and not too long ago, Cardiac were tearing it apart everywhere. Twitter, after many posts by Cardi, pictures of her and Ice socializing at a party, this caused many individuals to wonder, is devoted to Nicki since she asserts she's out there, but she's also a barb, using Nicki ops to take photos. But it seems that the connection between Ice and a Cardiac are in the gutter already, as a result of a song from its newest Y2K leak, and she made the decision to disparage. In the song BB Bell, Cardi dragged Cardiac for undergoing several procedures and altering her appearance every 5 to 7 business days. Ice started to fall a shocking revelation, and it made clear that Offset has been persistently present inside her. DMS thought she was attractive, but changing her expression, oh no, slipping behind, like to increase your speed, it was humorous. Until I replaced her and heard her guy calling. But I think, whoa, I'm a squeegee. I mean, this Ice was very good. Getting bold with this song, you guys even if she didn't specifically mention names. Heart folks made the connections and understood precisely who she was referring to. Cardiac herself had the same feelings, and she reminded people on Twitter that Ice and any other rapper who persisted in taking tests, she is not the right person for her patients. Claimed that these bees had amused her. Completely went insane. I'm starting to. My album's lickbacks, nonetheless, on every, as well as each and every one of these bees, cannot see me in stats or figures. There is much too much time for you to catch up. I am not visible in money, not able to see me in real estate style, and I can't see me in. None of us are in a race against each other. I'll show you everyone, none of you bees. Card's supporters backed her as well as pulled Ice, similar to the one who said, posing for photos with you while criticizing you. On their records, someone else said, they have been using your top for much too long. Lengthy, but I want to see no sobbing. When you hit them with that record.
No, JT released her project and was sending shots at Cardi B, calling Cardi B a flop. Talking about how Cardi B, ain't the fashion girl like she was in 2017. Bia came out and said that Cardi B don't write. Ice Spice has talked about being a writer. Ice Spice came out talking about her body, talking about her face. And so everybody's at Cardi B. Here's the thing. Rightfully so from Ice Spice. I'm being neutral. At the end of the day, I think that Ice Spice got her lick back on Cardi B when Cardi B brought her into an argument that she was having with a Twitter fan. Long story short, a Twitter fan insinuated that Cardi B uses the N-word, and that she's not black. And Cardi B came out and said, well, why y'all saying it to me, but y'all let Ice Spice say the N-word? Ice Spice jumped into the chat and was like, well, maybe that's because, my parents are actually black, And so they had a little back and forth then. And Cardi B pulled a stunt on her and said, hey, Ice, why don't you post that picture you took with me at the Met Gala or whatever award show that was? And so Ice Spice posted it. And so the internet went on fire because they like, oh, so you was sneaking around trying to be cool with Cardi B when you was supposed to be Team Nicki. And that was Cardi B's way of saying, like, yeah, girl, you a fan, girl, you a fan. You know what I mean? Post that picture with us while you trying to get cute. Post that picture while you was fangirling. That's kind of what it was. So she kind of hold Ice Spice and sunned Ice Spice in that moment. Now, not unbeknownst to us, We had no idea that Ice Spice said, okay, I got you, but I'm gonna put that in the tuck and I'm gonna save it for my album and I'm gonna whack you with the BB belt. And that's exactly what she did. And so Cardi B's reaction, you know, she's justified in her reaction, but we can't sit here and say like Cardi B is just a victim. They were throwing shots back and forth.
Ice and her group came forward, seeing the whole catastrophe that was occurring online, and Nicki and Cardi were turning on her, so she made the decision to take some damage control via persuasion. Individuals who Nicki and she were still cool with. Now, if you recall, this was once the finest. Buddy Baby Storm disclosed a few talks and screen captures of only a few months ago, their SMS messages, back when Ice was babbling madly concerning Nicki and even charged Nicki with being conceited and envious. Remember, only a handful of these communications were disclosed days after Cardi and Ice connected. Thus, you can already picture Nicki's rage and her admirers were when they discovered everything. The shady remarks made by Ice during Ice's most recent conversation with a billboard, it was demanded of her regarding those texts, and she essentially attempted to imply that she and Nicki, she's still cool and really busy. I'm not really believe that she is concerned about it from an unknown girl, but what? I said that I was just in a moment of annoyance with the contract discussions. I could have selected distinct terms. However, at the conclusion of the day, despite my feelings at the time, Nicki is still someone I admire at this time as a creative person, and I will always respect everything that she has done for me in the culture. But naturally, nobody trusted a single word she said, by which this is Nicki Minaj that we are discussing. There is no possibility in this planet that the Nicki who everyone knew would discover that Ice was making a mess of her and maintain your calm as if there's no other planet. Things will never occur on a regular basis. People's opinions on this varied. Similar to the one who mentioned Ice Spice ought to feel guilty for using Nicki and then make fun of Nicki, but secretly want to be someone another told her that Ice Spice is false, cunning, and very adept at Cardi should never throw away her words. Ice mixed in, however, right now I'm curious about your ideas. How do you feel about Nicki and Cardi revealing Ice? How about you all? Think that in both cases, Ice was really us. Of them, you all bendy. What should I do? Let us know what you think in the comment part below. And don't neglect to see this other video. Visit this link. Really sloppy video.